Hey guys, like this video says, blues with one finger, it's a lofty claim, I understand, but it's all about getting you playing guitar. It's not about meeting the criteria for the guitar snobs. We know they're out there, they're probably going to comment on this. The thing of this is that original blues sometimes wasn't even played on a guitar, it was played on a telegraph wire with a bottle, so if that can happen, this can happen as well. So the thing we're going to do is just use this index finger here. And I like this because it toughens the skin up on your index finger. And this is one of the hurdles that you face as a beginner. So if you're a beginner, this is going to be good for your fingers. It's going to hurt. You can switch fingers, which is great. But it means at the end of the day, you will be able to play a song. Now, this is a blues, so you can sing about all your worries and your woes. The blues is the great healer. I firmly believe that it is good for you to learn something like this, and you can sing about how crappy your day's been. It's wonderful. Without further ado, let me just show you what we're going to actually do. We're going to play one note with one finger, and it's going to be the pointer finger, the index finger here. Now we want to make sure that we get it in the sweet spot. If you don't know about the sweet spot, here's what the sweet spot is. We've got three positions where we can put the fingertip in the fret. If we put it in the middle, that's pretty hard to hold down if you're a beginner, and it will hurt. If you hold it at the back, the string will buzz and it will make horrible noises. We don't want that. But if you put it right up next to the fret wire there, not on top of the fret wire, but right next to it, you'll find that you get a good sound out of it. It's a lot easier to press down there. If we were thinking about it from 1 to 10, pressing down by the fret wire is 3 out of 10, the middle is 5 out of 10, back here is 8 out of 10. You've got to squeeze really hard, and the note very often sounds awful.
Just awful, terrible.
So we want it in this position here. Now we're going to do this 12 bar blues in A. I'm going to show you how easy this can be. So we take this first finger, we're going to use our eyes because that's what they're for looking. We're going from the second fret up to the fourth fret. If you have dots on the top of your guitar, you can see you're sliding past that. And what we have to do is develop hand to eye coordination. The thumb can be up here, and it's great to just move along here. Now the analogy that I have, which is a bit weird, if you think about curtains and how curtains have those white clip things you hang your curtains from, and they hang onto the rail like that, so they're kind of shaped like that, aren't they? This is what your first finger is doing here. So we are moving this finger, I'm going to take it from the second fret and slide it up to the fourth fret. That's it. That's as easy as it gets. So if we take it there, slide it up to the fourth fret, you can already get the feeling and the sound there by plucking those strings there. Let's take this back down to that position there. So what we're doing every time is we're going from there to there. Now what I'd say is look at where you're going, because some people think that you're doing this thing so you have to look at the ceiling. No, you don't. Let's do it like this. Let's go from the second fret to the fourth fret. And this is all you're doing. What we can do to make it sound a bit more bluesy is put this little blues rhythm in there, and it goes long, short. So we think about it almost like Morse code. We go long, short. And what I'm doing is I'm playing the open A string and the D string at the same time. So I'm playing two strings there. This ordinarily on its own is a power chord. And what we're doing is we're extending this power chord up to the sixth. So that's an A5 to an A6. If we put that rhythm in there, we play two there, and we just move between those two. And I'd recommend just practicing doing that on its own before you even tried moving to any other chord. Now you can hear that can be a bit squeaky, and for those of you who want to try this and have the fingers that will do as they're told, then you could use your third finger. It's a little bit more economical. You get away with this first finger, and I have seen footage of guys in the 40s using just one finger doing this, and if they can do it, you can do it. But what we can do is use the third finger to get to that fourth fret. Can you hear the squeak has gone? Because we're not scraping up and down that string. Some people get annoyed by that squeak. That's the idea there, guys. Because we're using this A string, that's what I'm going to call the riff in A. So there's a riff in A. Now the next thing we have to do is move this idea down one string. So if we take that first finger, drop it down one string onto the G string there at the second fret, it's exactly the same thing. We're going from the second fret up to the fourth fret. Long, short, and then we can move back to that A. I played this using that open D string on this one. That's the squeak-free version. There's the one finger version. What you can see by using the third finger is we can eliminate that squeak. Another benefit is that if you are enjoying my lessons here on YouTube, you might consider supporting my work on the channel and purchasing my Ultimate Guitar Lesson book, which has got 80 lessons that are here on my YouTube channel. Let's get back to the video. We can walk using these two fingers. So if I use fingers 1 and 3 on the riff in A, you'll see how I can walk from the riff in A to the riff in D. That's pretty cool because it means I'm being more efficient. But let's not ditch the promise of this video, so it's a little less efficient just using your index finger, but it is doable. And if you want to do it, then it's okay. That leaves one more riff that we have to do. We've done riff in A, riff in D, then we've got riff in E. Now riff in E is even more wonderful because we've got the open E string and we are strumming the top two strings here. We're strumming the thick E string and the A string at the same time, and that's the two easiest strings for you to hit with your pick. So let me show you that riff in E. We're going from 2, 4, 2, 4. If I want to remove the squeak, I can lift my fingers off and skim them along. The analogy that I use when you move in positions like this is you created these awful grooves in your fingertips, and what you want to be able to do is build those calluses up in those fingertips, and this is going to help. But we don't want to take our fingers off and have air in between moving from the 2nd to the 4th fret. So what we do is we release the pressure and imagine that the finger is a train on the train tracks and that the string is the track. Just use that groove that you've created and guide your finger up until you find the spot. So if you see that there, look, I raise it up ever so slightly, I take the finger up and then I squeeze it back on again there. Remember, it's long, short rhythm again, so long, short. Reducing the squeak there, but like I say, I could use the third finger. Let's put those together in a more coherent order. Now the way it works is like this below. You can see the sequence and you can see it goes A, which means riff in A. When it says D, go to the riff in D. When it says E, go to the riff in E. It's as simple as that. Let me play that in that order, and we're always going to have this same order for the 12-bar blues. So here we go. Follow along down below. This is riff in A, riff in D, riff in A, again, riff in D, riff in D, riff in A, riff in A, riff in E, riff in D, riff in A. The speed I was playing that made it difficult to do it with one finger, but the beauty of the blues is the slower you play it, the sadder you are. What I'd suggest is slowing that down if you're only going to use the first finger. But let me show you the difference between using the one finger and the first finger and the third finger. you can see that's a lot cleaner and a bit more efficient, and it enables you to get the speed on it if you want. But if you're just starting out, one finger will do the job. This 12 bar blues is one of those things that you need to add to your repertoire, but there's a whole bunch of other blues that you need to add to your repertoire, and if you've not seen this video here, then you might want to learn the blues in this video as well.